Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now's your chance to join one of the most passionate and informed Eagles communities on YouTube. Whenever we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, our mission is simple: deliver coverage that's insightful, thought-provoking, and packed with analysis that will help you become not just a fan, but a smarter fan. If that sounds like your kind of channel, lock us in by hitting subscribe right now. Training camp officially kicks off this Tuesday, when the full roster reports to the NovaCare complex. And we couldn't be more excited, thanks to Howie Roseman's relentless roster-building acumen. This year's team is exceptionally deep at virtually every position, and we enter camp with virtually no pending contract disputes. That means this week, when the pads go on and the whistles start blowing, the real football battles begin, and we're here to break down the biggest positional competitions you need to watch. Beginning on offense, offensively, the Eagles return 10 of 11 starters from the team that outlasted the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. The lone vacancy is at right guard, where veteran starter Isaac Seumalo signed a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Los Angeles Chargers. Guard is now an open competition among a group of intriguing candidates. Leading the clubhouse is former third-round pick Tyler Steen, whose length, athleticism, and versatility earn him every first-team rep throughout spring practices. At 6'6" and 320, Steen's combination of size and movement ability helped him log snaps at both guard spots last year. While his overall pro football focus grade of 40.6 was underwhelming, his upside remains tantalizing. He surrendered no sacks in limited action and showed enough in high-leverage moments, including the NFC Championship game, to suggest that consistency is within reach when coaching from Jeff Stoutland, and flanked by All-Pro Lane Johnson to his right and a healthy Kemp Jurgens to his left. Yet Steen isn't the only contender. Matt Pryor, a veteran of both tackle and guard with previous stints in Philadelphia and last season's workmanlike campaign in Chicago, returns to the mix. Pryor's 80.1 pass blocking grade and 65.9 run blocking grade in 12 starts for the Bears underscore his steady reliability. His ability to slide between tackle and guard gives the Eagles valuable flexibility, and his familiarity with the system could be invaluable early in camp. Equally interesting is former first-round pick Kenyon Green, whose unpolished tenure in Houston masks tantalizing traits: elite size, power, and a pedigree that once made him a top 15 pick. Green struggles at left guard last season, both in pass protection and in run blocking. Body checked his stock, but under the tutelage of Stoutland, perhaps Green can unlock a higher ceiling than the PFF grades suggest. Cameron Williams, a former Texas Longhorn tackle who helped his team reach the playoff semifinals in college, also rotated inside in spring drills. His spring outings demonstrated a physical style and the footwork to match traits that could earn him late camp consideration. And then there's Lakeem Vakalahi, the international pathway rookie from Australia whom the Eagles kept over another camp tryout lineman. Vakalahi's raw potential and intriguing length give him a shot to stick in some capacity. Finally, rookie Drew Kendall, drafted as a center guard tweener, logged work at both spots and could become the primary backup under Cam Jurgens. That plethora of options is exactly what the Eagles envisioned when constructing an offensive line that remains their strongest unit. If Steen cements the starting job, the transition from college tackle to NFL guard finally pays off. If Pryor prevails, the line gains a seasoned veteran. If Green or Williams or even Vakalahi surprises, Philadelphia enjoys the luxury of developmental depth in any scenario. Howie Roseman emerges as the clear architect of a championship-caliber roster up front. While the offensive line headlines the trench warfare narrative, there's also a quietly fierce competition brewing at running back, with the backfield firmly anchored by last year's breakout duo. The battle for RB2 and the crucial third down and short yardage roles promises to be just as engaging. Will Shipley, last season's dynamic third-round pick from Clemson, translate his shiftiness and vision into consistent production, or will A.J. Dillon's punishing style, reminiscent of the bruising backs of old, carve out the touchdown and short yardage niche? Shipley flashed his receiving chops and breakaway speed in limited snaps, earning praise as a versatile complementary piece. Dillon, a nail-in-the-coffin type who endured a year lost to neck surgery, brings a downhill tempo that shortens the field with every carry, but durability questions linger. Beyond them, undrafted talents like Montrell Johnson and Shanderick Powell add intrigue as camp dark horses. Tight end depth is another storyline to watch, with Dallas Goedert's health always a concern. The no-to role is yours for the taking among young pass catchers such as Grant Calcaterra, Harrison Bryant, and Kylan Granton, each offering a different blend of blocking, receiving, and red zone prowess. How many tight ends will make the 53? That decision will come after we see who earns the trust of the coaching staff. When the whistles blow, and know the top 3 wide receivers A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Quez Watkins are set, the battle for 4th and 5th receiver will be fierce. Danny Gray and Terrace Marshall, both former mid-round picks with game-breaking speed, look to push last year's rookies Angel Smith and Johnny Wilson. Which younger playmaker will carve out a roster spot and return our punts and kicks? That, too, will be sorted as training camp unfolds. Perhaps the most under-the-radar competition, however, is at quarterback 3, a purely developmental battle. 6th-round pick Kyle McCord, with his collegiate pedigree and accuracy, goes head-to-head with veteran Dwayne Haskins Jr., whose earlier NFL stints reflect both tantalizing talent and wavering confidence. Who will be the insurance policy behind Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew? Keep your eyes on their battle, because the player who outperforms in camp practices and preseason action could determine the Eagles' future at the game's most important position. All of these positional duels: right guard, backup running back, tight end, wide receiver depth, and QB3 form the core narrative of this year's Eagles training camp story. Over the next few weeks, we'll track every rep, every practice highlight, and every surprise twist in these races. So, if you haven't already, hit subscribe one more time, lock in notifications, and get ready to follow every snap as the Birds prepare to defend their championship. Night 1 of camp is just days away. Let's dive in together. As training camp shifts into full swing, the real fireworks will ignite on the defensive side of the ball, where the Eagles must replace more than 4,000 snaps lost from last year's championship roster. In the secondary, perhaps the most anticipated duel is at perimeter cornerback opposite Quinnen Williams. Quinton Mitchell. Yates of projection suggests a duel between Kelee Ringo and Adoree Jackson, 2 very different athletes vying for the same starting job. Ringo, the 4th-round pick from Georgia, stands well over 6 feet tall and carries the lean, rangy frame of a press man specialist in flashes last season. Even under the tutelage of Matt Patricia's conservative scheme, he revealed the twitch and length that once had scouts whispering first-round grades. Yet he also showed the growing pains of a rookie, giving up separation at times and missing tackles in space. Across from him stands Jackson, a former first-round pick out of USC whose resume is rich with production as both a lockdown corner and explosive return man. Though Jackson has never quite lived up to the lofty expectations of a franchise cornerstone, he has carved out a lengthy career by playing the game the right way: studious, physical, and fiercely competitive. Vic Fangio has lauded both men. Fans expect that until one clearly seizes the edge in live action, the job will be split in camp work and preseason snaps, with neither man ceding an inch on the grass. Behind the starters, this cornerback room will thicken considerably. Veteran slot specialist Avonte Maddox returns to patrol the nickel, his chippy tackling and ball hawk instincts a known commodity. The Eagles also added depth in free agency, signing a veteran whose name we'll watch closely on the practice bubble reports. Meanwhile, rookies from earlier spring workouts have flashed, suggesting that the coaching staff will have tough roster decisions at both outside and slot coverage heading into late August. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that's sending shockwaves through the NFL community, murmurs around the league suggest that the Philadelphia Eagles may have pulled off what could be the blockbuster trade of the year, landing star wide receiver Justin Jefferson. While nothing has been officially confirmed, multiple insiders are whispering that the Eagles and Vikings have quietly orchestrated a stunning deal that would send the All-Pro wideout to Philadelphia. Speculation began swirling late Sunday night, after Jefferson was noticeably absent from a scheduled team media appearance in Minnesota. Shortly after, several players from both rosters posted cryptic messages on social media, only fueling the rumor mill. While the details of the potential trade remain under wraps, early buzz hints that the Eagles may have surrendered significant draft capital and possibly a marquee player to make the deal happen. The idea of Jefferson lining up alongside A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith is almost too much for Eagles fans to process. If true, this trio would immediately become the most feared receiving cores in the league, giving Jalen Hurts an arsenal that rivals any in recent NFL history. Offensive coordinator Kellen Moore is reportedly thrilled about the possibility According to sources close to the team, for the Vikings, the motive behind such a move is harder to pin down. Some analysts believe Minnesota may be bracing for a rebuild following Kirk Cousins' departure, and saw an opportunity to maximize Jefferson's value now rather than later. Others suggest behind-the-scenes tensions may have played a role, though such claims remain unverified. As of now, neither franchise has made an official statement. But where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and the NFL rumor mill is ablaze. Could Jefferson truly be headed to the city of brotherly love? One thing's for certain, if this trade materializes, it could reshape the balance of power in the NFC overnight. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.